Yo, what's up? It's your brother. And hopefully your friend Big Hill. Rock Quasi in the building. Each one teach one. Now this video I'm making here, I'm definitely coming at you. This is about health and wellness. I'm just want to go through here and show you, man, what I consume. The 7 days in a week, I'm probably consuming this at least 5. At least 5 days a week I'm doing this. And I initially started these herbs and stuff back in, I was doing super greens really before then. I was doing super greens since about 2014. But in 2016, when I turned 50 years old, man, I had a serious bout with hypertension. My blood pressure was at stroke levels. And it was mainly because of the job that I was working. I'm a truck driver, but at this time I was working for a company that had me doing irregular route. My circadian rhythm was off. I was on a dedicated run, and I was averaging like 3 or 4 hours of sleep a day. I really couldn't get no sleep until the weekend because I'd have to work at night, and then my circadian rhythm was off, and then I'd deliver my load, and now I gotta try to sleep through the daytime. I was eating, fat burgers and what have you. Hold on for a minute. Okay, I'm back. I had to pull my truck up. Dude in front of me went to get loaded. But anyway, yeah, I was eating fat burgers and pizza. Basically eating what I want. Like I had been doing for the previous fucking 50 years. Ever since I've been eating, eating what I want. How I want, didn't make no difference. I had no dietary restrictions other than pork and sea savages, seafood. I don't eat seafood and pork. I stopped that in 07. But other than that, I had no dietary discipline, no dietary restrictions. Most of what I ate was typical American shit. Fat burgers, barbecue, chicken, fried chicken, soda pop, potatoes, and my blood pressure and my health suffered. When I found myself at 50 years old with stroke level hypertension. We talking like 160 over like 130. Just fucking blood pressure high, man. And I had to make a choice, It's either you headed for a stroke or a heart attack, because those are the end results of hypertension. So, man, I began to do a lot of research, because I don't do pharmaceuticals. I ain't taking no fucking drugs. I do not trust the medical establishment. Only way I go to them or take pills that they give me is if it's just I have to. If I'm just in a condition and they say, yo, bro, you need this shit, you better take it before your ass dies. And I'm like, yeah, give me 2 of them. But other than that, man, I look for holistic ways and holistic methods for healthcare and to take care of myself. So I began to research herbs, and I began to research really the cause of high blood pressure, and found out it was arteriosclerosis, as plaque and artery, in your plaque and cholesterol in your arteries. That's the cause of a lot of health problems like diabetes, and particularly diabetes and hypertension. You're eating these meats, and you're eating greasy foods, and you're eating processed foods, and you don't eat enough vegetables and fruits, and you get all this plaque and cholesterol in your arteries. So that means the heart has to pump harder just to get blood through the arteries and the veins so you can be healthy. And once I found out this research, once I found out this information, I started researching, how to reverse the condition. I found out that plant-based diets reverse basically any condition. It's documented that people who were in dire health went to plant-based diets, man, and reversed the condition, got off the meds and everything. But most folk, and when I say folk, I mean black folk, are just lazy and don't want to research, and they trust the medical establishment. They feel like whatever the doctor say is good. They don't understand that these drugs they give you are dangerous. So, you get 40 and 50 years old and you're in bad health. You know what I'm saying? Your health is fucking just totally bad. So, but anyway, man, I'm gonna make this video and show y'all, man, because as a truck driver, it's hard for me to eat healthy. I got a refrigerator. I cook stuff at home because I'm a regional driver, and I bring it out here with me, and I eat on it 2 or 3 days a week. But most of the choices for me out here are fast foods, unless I want to go in a restaurant, every other day or every day and buy that stuff. So what I do, in order to get my nutrients and my vitamins and the stuff that I need for my body and for my health, to maintain a healthy homeostasis, body homeostasis, you know what I'm saying? To maintain that, I have to take certain stuff, man. And a lot of this stuff is, it has helped me get my blood pressure, to reverse the hypertension and keep my blood pressure down to healthy levels. I was able to do that without taking any blood pressure medication. But the thing about it is that you have to be disciplined. You have to stay up on it, because, you can get it down, but in order to keep it down, you have to make some lifestyle changes in the way you eat. So I'm going to run through this stuff as I make it. First, I got my 64-ounce jar here. And I fill it up with 2 bottles of tea. And this tea is not regular tea. I fill it up with like 2 bottles of tea and 1 bottle of water. But the tea is not regular tea. I found this at the farmer's market. This is blood pressure tea. And it has certain types of ingredients. I could read the ingredients out for you. What it got in there. It has says a proprietary blend of herbs. Eucalyptus leaf, eukarya stem, Chinese holly leaf, chrysanthemum flower, white mulberry leaf, shushu root, horny goat weed leaf. That's what this tea is made of. And it's good for the blood pressure. And then this is detox tea. Cleansing and revitalizing detox to detox your cells. And this here, damn, there's a lot of stuff. I can't read this shit, it's too dark in here. Okay, what it got? Red clover flowering herb, dandelion leaf, Asian plantain leaf, ginger root, faux fee, burdock root, Cassandra fruit, whatever that is. All kind of roots and herbs. I can't read. I can't see this shit because it's dark. Okay, there we go. I can see a little better. Burdock root, astragalus root, Lacimacaya root, kudzu root, peppermint leaf, cinnamon leaf, salix root leaf, Solomon seal, rhizome leaf, duckweed, licorice root, Japanese honeysuckle flower. So anyway, so you see that these teas that I drink every day, 5 days a week I drink, what I do is I take 1 of each and I put it in a bottle of water and I let it make the tea. And then, I mix it with a lot of other stuff I'm getting ready to show you in my 64-ounce jug here. So, okay, so I make them teas. This right here, I go to the herb store and I get ginger root, I get some ginger, I get some garlic, and I get some lemons. Get 5 lemons, about 5 or 6 pieces of ginger about that big. I peel them, and then I went and got minced garlic. That way I don't have to keep peeling it. So I just got minced garlic. I put it in the blender. I blend it all together. I wash the lemons, lemon peel and all, and I blend it together, cut it all up in chunks, put it in the blender. Then I boil it in a pot. Once I boil it in the pot, I strain it. I let it cool, and I strain it, and I put it in jars. Most of the jars are at home. I have about 3 big jars at home in my refrigerator, and I bring one out and onto the road with me to use. And what I do is I put 2 or 3 of these. I'm gonna go ahead and use the rest of this. I measure it like that. That's 1, 2. I don't like to put too much of it because it affects the taste. I guess I can go ahead and use all this here. That's about 3.5. But usually I put 3 caps full in there, right? Take my jar back home and wash that out. Use a mason jar. Then, Bragg's apple cider vinegar. Shake that up because it got the mother in it. You don't want to leave the mother at the bottom of the damn jar. And I measure out maybe 2 or 3 teaspoons of that, I just get 2 little shots in there, you know what I mean? This is actually acidic, the thing is to maintain a pH balance of 7 or more, but this shit is good for you. It's good to have. I don't care what they say, it helped me. So I keep using it. Okay, and then this right here, this is a mixture of cayenne pepper and turmeric. Cayenne pepper is good to get mucus and shit out your body. You know, you do your research on these herbs, you know what they're good for the body. I've done all the research on them. That's the reason why I use them. Cayenne pepper and turmeric, I just got it in an old black pepper thing. I mix it at home and then I bring it out here. And you gotta be careful with the cayenne pepper. This shit's hot, man. You don't use, so I use maybe about a half a teaspoon. You know, I measure out about a half a teaspoon off in this cap right here. You know, because I don't want to get too much because that shit gets hot. You know, and turmeric, man, it definitely kills cancer cells and shit. You know what I mean? It's an Ayurvedic herb, turmeric. East Indians swear by it. And then, you know, got bladderwrack and sea moss. I use the powder kind. You got the liquid kind, but I use the powder. You know, and I gotta order some more because hell, I'm on that. So I take about a good teaspoonful, and I pour that in there in the top. Measure out about a good teaspoonful. Oh, shit, I fucked up. Making a mess over here. Yeah, damn. Bladderwrack and sea moss. Hold on, they're calling me. Okay, I had to go and get back up to the dock. I had to start. So I left off on the bladderwrack and sea moss. Out of the 102 nutrients, the 102 minerals that the body requires, I think it's 106. Bladderwrack and sea moss has 92 of them. That's why I use it. So what's in here, I had some beet juice, I just put it in a different container. What this is beet juice. But this beet juice has a lot of other stuff in it. I can't remember exactly the other ingredients used. I just buy concentrated beet juice. But this was on sale at the vitamin shop and it had a couple of other herbs in it. So I was like, yes, I can take that. So what I do is I get a couple of scoops of the beet juice. I put that in there. A couple of scoops of beet juice. That's for my blood pressure. Beet juice helps regulate blood pressure. It's good for vascular health. It's good for the vascular system. This is super green foods. You know, this super green foods has so many things in it, man. It's just too many to read. But the main stuff is the chlorella, the spirulina, and the chlorella. But other than that, it has a whole lot of other things in it, man. And this is, like I say, I can't get my vegetables on the road because of the choices. But this right here, it has everything, man. I mean, if you just look at all those ingredients, all those are organic ingredients. It's all natural products, all herbs. So that's why I use this stuff. I take a couple of scoops of it. I was thinking about starting with 3, but 2 is usually enough. Take a couple of scoops of that. This is ashwagandha right here. I already told y'all about that in my other video, how I use ashwagandha, tonkat ali, horny goat weed, and maca root. Those are things that for libido, sterility, and testosterone, to keep healthy testosterone levels. Because males lose 20 to 30% of their testosterone after age 40 or 45. And by the time you reach my age, man, you know, your testosterone levels are so low and shit, you start growing titties and shit like that, you know. I ain't fucking with no man boobs, that's why I go work out, you know what I mean? I ain't goddamn take off my shirt and got nipples and shit, what the fuck is that? I can't feel like a man looking in the mirror and I got breasts. What the fuck going on there? But anyway, yeah, so that's what I do. Oh yeah, and I got a couple of these vials. This here is ginkgo biloba. Ginkgo biloba, if you know anything about ginkgo biloba, that's good for mental clarity, you know, functions of the mind. It's for mind health, you know. So I buy this stuff, you know. I go to the farmer's market, man, and I get a box of ginkgo biloba like this, whole box full. And I get a box the same size of ginseng root. That's for energy. You know, cause I don't like, even though I drink coffee, you know, caffeine is a really a dangerous, it's not a good stimulant to be on and use a lot. But I am a coffee drinker. I drink usually a cup every other day. I used to drink a cup every day, but I done cut back, so now I go maybe a couple of days without it, and then, you know. But in a week's time, I'm probably drinking it about 3 or 4 days a week, so I guess that officially makes me a coffee drinker. So, you know, I put that in there too. Now I got this little ball in there that I stick in here, and it helps to knock out the clumps, but I done lost my damn ball. I don't know where it's at. I gotta find it. I'm gonna look for it after this video. Cause I had to change trucks and shit, man, and I had to move some shit around. So there, man, that's what I do, man. You know, and then once I take all that stuff there and I mix it up. Oh yeah, I forgot about it. That's not everything. I know you're probably thinking, damn, that shit's bitter as hell. Got all that stuff in there? No, that shit's nasty as fuck. I know that's what you're thinking. And it is. Which is why pure, raw mountain honey. Make sure you get pure raw honey now. Because, you know, you go in the dollar store and get that shit's really not honey. And what I do is I put about an ounce or two of this in there. You know, depending on the size of my container. I'm usually good at measuring this shit, you know. Put a little in there. I sweeten it up. A natural sweetener, no sugar. I don't even use sugar anyway, I use stevia. So there. Oh, wait, one more ingredient. Black seed oil. Cures everything but death, so they say. They've been using this shit since ancient times. Put some of that in there. A couple of tablespoons full. And there you have it. All of that right there, man, helps me to stay healthy. Helps keep my blood pressure down, helps keep my mind clear, helps keep my body strong. And that's what I'm trying to promote, man, because like I say, we dying. You look around, black folks are unhealthy. Everybody's overweight and obese. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers is going crazy out here. So, there has to be a voice among us that's going to raise up and say, stay focused on your health and well-being. And this is the way I do it, man. You know, I put good stuff in my body. You know what I'm saying? To feed these 50 to 100 trillion cells that I'm made up of. I have to put stuff into those cells that's healthiest for those cells, because each one of those cells is a living organism. That's biology. I ain't trying to give you a biology lesson. So there you have it, man. It's Big here. Peace. I'm out.